Homeowners Association, or an HOA, is an entity that is in charge of maintaining a condominium building and all the common areas. All of the owners at a development will contribute to the HOA to share in the cost of all that maintenance. Those are the monthly dues that you'll see. The owners also elect members of the HOA board, like the president, the treasurer, the secretary. Those are all owners within the development who run and serve on a board as an unpaid board member. Now, a really well-run HOA is so important when you're considering where you want to buy a condo and you're evaluating different buildings. You want to be sure they enforce the rules fairly and that they keep the building organized and maintained, while putting away money each month into a reserve to fix any repairs and perform upgrades that could come up without having to charge a special assessment to the owners. Now, the HOA, you might see an HOA and a management company. Those could be two different things. The HOA board are the owners, and then sometimes they might hire a management company to handle collecting the dues and doing some of the local management of the building. But the HOA is the board that is typically run by the owners. Well, HOA fees vary greatly depending on what they include and the type of condo development itself. So some buildings include all utilities in the HOA fee, including heating and air conditioning. So naturally, that's going to be a little higher. A full-service luxury building with a concierge, valet parking attendant, they have to pay those salaries for that staff as well as maintain all the high-end amenities like the pools and fitness centers, landscaping. So you're going to expect to see higher fees in a building like that. Older buildings typically have higher HOA dues because they do require more ongoing maintenance. So there's just more repairs and more upkeep with a building that might be 60 or 70 years old. So you'll see a little higher cost there. Now, you'll typically find lower HOA fees in some of the newer, more modern buildings and in buildings that have fewer amenities. A newer loft-style building that maybe just has a small courtyard as the only amenity, that's going to have lower HOA fees because they don't have to maintain a pool or all the insurance that goes along with that, or a full-time door person. So if that's not important to you, then it's good to find a building with the lower HOA dues because you're going to be paying those dues whether you use the amenities or not. So you don't want to be paying for something you're not going to use. Now, sometimes people get sticker shock when they first see the HOA dues because maybe they're moving from a single-family house where they don't have an HOA, or if they do, it's maybe $30 or $50 a month. And they're moving into a condo where an HOA fee might be $400 or $500 a month. But when you factor in that the HOA fee at the condo building typically will include insurance, so you don't have to pay for separate structured insurance. There might be a fitness center, so you don't have to have a gym membership. They take care of the lawn and the pool, so if you're paying for a service to do that at your house, you can include that in there. Typically include water, sewer, trash, sometimes gas, sometimes even electricity. So when you add all those up, it starts to be a little more of an apples to apples comparison. And then figure that with a house, you have to repaint your house every so many years. You don't have to do that in a condo or put on a new roof. So all of those costs, while they're not monthly, they do accumulate over the ownership of the house. And if you factor that in and understand that that's going to be included in the HOA, it starts to make a little more sense.